Oh no! Hey guys, if you're new, my name's April, and if you're a returning friend, I know, long time no see, I'm sorry, but I'm okay. So today's video, I'm reviewing the Transition Palette by Dominique Cosmetics. Do you guys really need to see this? But yeah, that's what it says. And this is the way it comes. I already love the packaging. It feels different than other palettes. The texture is smooth and the letters are rising. I also like that it's magnetic to close. See? And the mirror. You can see your whole face. And for the ones that don't know, this palette is a multi-use, everything in one palette. So, meaning you get your bronzer, contour, highlight, even blush. That's pretty neat. For example, I can use Soft and Sweet for blush, maybe Froth for highlighting, and Natural for maybe underneath the eyes, and maybe Mocha or Caramel or maybe Hazelnut for bronzer and contour. So let's begin. Obviously, I already did my eyebrows, and I used a mixture of hazelnut and coffee beans. I don't know, I just did it just because. But I would normally put maybe coffee beans, which by the way, I just love the name. I don't know why. I like the little message it has right here. It says, keep life simple. I have to show you guys something. I don't know what's going on here. I'm swatching coffee beans. And I don't know if you guys could see those little, I don't know, there's definitely something going on there. Like it is not as smooth as I thought it would be. But I don't know, can you guys see that? Like, I don't know, it might just be me. But this is coffee beans. I don't know, kind of looks chalky to me. So I have really dry skin. Like when I say dry, I mean dry, like drier than yours, drier than anybody's in this world. So I had to really prepare myself, and I've already put vitamin C, I put SPF, cream, everything. I've been eating more soups, so I feel really moisturized, or my skin feels really oily, as you can say. So I'm gonna start with my eyeshadow. Let's go. Now, it's no surprise that I'm going to be using the Morphe Translucent Eyelid Primer to prime the lids. I'm going to set it with the shade Natural with my E38 Diffused Crease brush by Sigma. And I'm putting it all over the eye. Alright, so now I'm going to take Toffee and put it as my transitional shade. If you look closely, this is where my crease is, but my eye socket is right here, and this is where I'm going to place it because I have hooded eyes. And I'm using the E42 Precision Firm Blender brush and doing some back and forth swiping motions. Next, I'm using the E33 Detail Diffuse Crease brush to diffuse any harsh lines between under the brow and the eye socket. Now I'm taking the shade Hazelnut on my E27 Detail Blending brush. It's a nice tapered brush. I'm just going to pat that in my outer corner and kind of sweep upwards towards the middle. It's a tapered brush, so I like to turn it in different directions. Like when I turn it vertical, I go up and down. And when I turn it horizontal, I go left and right. You can use a different brush like the E42 so you don't have to turn the brush. But for me, it's a perfect bigger size when patting in the outer corner. Smaller brushes work better on hooded eyes, so it's just me. Now I'm using my E33 Detail Diffuse Crease brush with no product on the brush to blend away any harsh lines. I'm putting more of hazelnut to deepen it up just a little bit more. And just doing the same swiping motions to create that V shape. Now I'm cutting the crease with my Maybelline concealer. It's the Super Stay Better Skin concealer in, I don't know, it doesn't say anymore, but I think it was like ivory. And adding Frothy on top. Alright, now that I'm done cutting my crease, I'm going to go in with blushing, and I'm going to put that right in between Frothy and Hazelnut. I'm using my E44 Firm Blender brush. I really like this brush. It is easy to blend things. I'm taking my E33 again and lightly going over with no product on the brush, just to make it look even smoother and just more perfect. I'm adding my Smith & Co. concealer under my eyes and using my damp sponge to blend the concealer. Going back to my E42, I'm picking up Toffee again and placing it under the lash line. And then using a smaller brush from IT Cosmetics to grab Hazelnut to connect the outer corner to the bottom of the lower lash line, but stopping halfway. For my waterline, I'm using NYX in the shade Gildan Taupe. I love this NYX color so much. It's such a beautiful gold color. And now I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara. For lashes, I am using House of Lashes in the style Juliet. And I did cut like the ends because they were too long. I must say that if you're going to be using the Morphe Translucent Eyelid Primer, it's best if you just let it sit and dry and then place the shadow on top, because although like the shadows do blend alright, it just wasn't working for me. Once I put the primer on, I set it with one of the shades in this palette, and it just, for real, it just wasn't working for me. Maybe it'll work for you, you could try it or whatever, but just letting you know, it wasn't working out for me. Moving on, I think I'm going to use Mocha to contour. Now I'm going to use its contour brush. So just lightly dabbing. I'm really surprised I really didn't need a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's... Okay, it could be fixed with just blending. So I can pretty much wrap things up for you guys. I think that this palette is good for traveling. You know, there's so many transition shades in this palette, so you could do like everyday makeup. And not only that, but I think that this palette might be like a game changer for some of you. Maybe not for like dry people, like dry skin people that have dry skin is what I'm trying to say, because you know, powder don't do so good with people with dry skin. Yeah, I think I picked like the right shade for contouring. Ooh, too bad we're in quarantine, can't go out. And okay, I gotta be honest, I don't think it's for everyone, because maybe eyeshadow alone, yes, who agrees? Comment down below. But for everyone, you're telling me this has every shade for everyone? I mean, I guess you can mix it, but I think for traveling, I think it's perfect for that, because you only take the palette and then you just grab your mascara, your lash glue, your lashes, what else? Your concealer, your choice of lip gloss or lipstick, oh, and your brushes, as opposed of, you know, grabbing a whole backpack of makeup. Yeah, you can save that space for other stuff. So now I'm just gonna put on concealer. Now grabbing my damp sponge, But I don't know, you guys, I have mixed feelings about this palette because of, you know, my dry skin. So definitely something to think about if you have dry skin. I mean, you could always do it like me and just do a different diet, eat more soups, because it actually does help. Right now my face would have been cakey, really just in bad shape right now because of all of the, you know, powder that I'm putting on. I'm gonna put the shade Natural under my eyes, but not so close to under the lash line because that's where I put the other shadows. I'm gonna use Hazelnut to give me just a little bit of dimension because I really don't want it to be like too noticeable. I want it to look natural, and I think that's pretty much what this whole palette is about, right? Natural beauty. I don't know how this is gonna look, but I'm taking caramel on my E25 blending brush. I normally don't use this, but the one that I use is occupied right now, so I gotta work with what I have. So I'm just going to lightly contour my nose, my breathable nose for you haters. Just kidding. It's like I have a small little nose now. And now I'm using Frothy to highlight. So under the brow bone, same thing right here. Ooh, okay, like that. Right here as well. Your nose, Cupid's bow, and your chin. I also want to get some highlight up in here. Alright, so now the last step for me is the blush. So I'm going to use Soft and Sweet. I'm just going to pat it. And right here as well on the nose to kind of just bring me to life. I can't even whistle. Sometimes when you feel like you have so much on, you can always just go back and just spray yourself with some setting mist, and then I just go back in with my sponge. See? Makes it look like it's your natural skin. Alright, so now I'm going to finish up using this chapstick. It's tinted and it's Total Hydration in Coral Blush. I'm seriously in love with this chapstick. This tinted moisturizing chapstick. And now for the part you might not like. It lived. It's safe. Oh no. So definitely don't drop it. Get on in there, little buddy. I would rate this palette a 7 out of 10 because I like the idea of having an all-in-one palette. You don't have to really reach for anything. I think it's great to purchase if you don't have an all neutral shade palette. It has a matte finish and it's cruelty free. I bought it because I don't have a neutral palette, so the yellow was the one that was calling my name, but I didn't play with it today. Hopefully I will play with it next time. If you guys want another video, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this palette. Do you guys love it? Have you tried it? Have you not tried it? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't like this video, you can give it a thumbs down, but please leave constructive criticism in the comments down below so that way I may improve. Yeah, stay safe. Bye.